Hey guys, I'm about 6 months in here, and I'm laying in my bed for this one because I've got something super cool and super new to show you. So this is my latest device. You're probably thinking, like, what? How can that be an e-cigarette? But it is, and you can hear the squeaking because I'm unscrewing this thing, and the battery is inside this tube. And I'll show you how this works. I'm getting really into this stuff now. There's a button on the bottom that you press to actually fire the device. And the tank, unlike, I've still got this guy, but it doesn't have a tank like this. It has this, and this is called dripping. It's a totally new thing that I've gone on, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. What you do is, in my first section, I sort of talked about these atomizers that go inside here. Well, in this case, in the case of these kind of things, you build your own, and it's really fun and really cool. So, basically what I did was I got a screwdriver and I bought some wire and I wrapped, you can see on the bottom and the top there, I wrapped those metal coils myself. And the goal is to get them glowing orange at the same time when you press the button. So, let's see how I did. Nice. So the top one looks a little bit stronger than the other one, but that's okay. It'll be alright. Yeah, so basically what you do is you string cotton through there and you just drip juice on there, and then the coils heat it up. It's just like one of these where it works like that. But you do it all yourself. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put some cotton in there so you guys don't have to see me fidgeting with that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all that taken care of. You can see the white cotton in there, and then all I do, I'm going to find, there it is, that's what I need. You get it. So all you have to do is get this cotton all wet with some of your juice. I'm using a raspberry cranberry blend, but all you do is you just drip a little bit on there. Actually, a lot on there, because you don't want it to be dry at all, because most people who enjoy this hobby have ended up tasting some burnt cotton once or twice, and it's not very good. So we'll get that all nice and saturated, and I'll show you how it works. So that piece that I held up just a second ago, that's a top cap that goes on here, and try to get a little more juice on there. It goes on top of here, and then you just inhale through that. So let me show you. If I press this button on the bottom, those coils that were burning orange a little bit ago will heat up, and they'll heat the cotton and the juice, and you get a nice plume off of that. How cool is that? So I'm going to wet that down just a little bit more with my juice. And I'll put the cap on and show you how that works. But this sort of vaping where you build your own coil, it's called dripping, and it's really good for flavor. And it's really good for customizing. Coils that go in here have a predetermined ohms resistance rating. And basically, the lower the ohms, the more power you're going to get. So this is called sub-ohming, generally, because you build something that's lower than 1 ohm. You can build stuff down to like 0.1 ohms and 0.5 or 0.2 or wherever you want it, wherever your sweet spot is. So it's interesting how you build these things. I used a 24 gauge Canthal wire, which the gauge determines how thick the wire is. And then I wrapped it 7 times around a jig that's about 1 millimeter in length. So there's a lot that goes into this process, and it's very interesting. So, and I've learned a lot about it. So we'll got the whole device. This is what it looks like in the end, just sort of a tube. And all it is really is those coils, the cotton, the juice, and a battery that gets pressed up against a connector in here. And you just vape it. So let's see. So as you can see, again, lots of production, lots of cool stuff, and this is sort of the thing that it's very fun. It's a subculture within a culture, where vaping is a culture, and then building is something that not all vapors do. So it's a culture within a culture, and I've learned how to do it, and I'm not that great at it, but it's fun. It's fun to do, and it's fun to experiment with. This is sort of the thing that gives vaping a bad rep. People who build coils with way too low a resistance, they get very hot very quickly, and it's very dangerous. And if unregulated, these devices can catch fire. These are the horror stories that you hear about vaping, like things like explode on people and stuff like that. So it's basically like using fireworks. You know, if you use fireworks appropriately and safely, they're fun and they look nice. But if you use them badly, you can end up blowing your hand off, and that's not good. This is the same sort of thing, where if you're smart about it and you know what you're doing and you study extensively and you know a little bit of the physics of it and you know not to build too low a resistance and not to use too powerful of a battery, then you'll be just fine. So, but if you do it incorrectly, you're going to hurt yourself and you're going to get the whole industry a bad reputation, which is not good. So, because people are using this as a cessation method for cigarettes, and if you give it a bad reputation, then laws get made, things like this go away. You know, if you're playing incorrectly with your toys, then they're going to take everyone's toys away. So, but it is a lot of fun, sort of experimenting within this subcategory of this vaping experience. I still use this SMY with this is called the Atlantis tank. I still use that recreationally most of the time, because this is a lot to maintain. I mean, the cotton goes dry very quickly, so you've got to take the top cap off, and you've got to drip all the cotton all wet again, and then you put this back on, and then you vape it maybe 4 or 5 hits, and then you got to take it off, and you drip it again, and then after your coils go bad, you got to rewrap new coils and put new cotton in there, and it's just all kinds of maintenance, and you need to have a lot of batteries charged to keep a device like this going, because the batteries go out quickly. So there's a lot that goes on in it, but some people like it. So I like to be able to just sort of set this up and just go. But hey, look at that. I'm already sort of developing preferences. I'm just 6 months into this. So speaking of which, I am 6 months in, and I am feeling better than ever. I feel great. I feel like I've never smoked. I got an X-ray of my lungs. I had one taken prior for a pneumonia incident, and this time I had one taken for a rib that I broke. One year. But I got that first X-ray while I was still smoking, and I got this one again, and I actually grabbed the 2 X-rays and compared them, and because they let you keep that stuff, it's awesome. You get to see your own lungs, and my God, they look so much better. They're so much clearer, and so much, they just look less deteriorated and less awful and disgusting, and I can physically see myself clearing up. It's so cool. So, I mean, God, the physical evidence is there. I feel better. I'm biking now. I'm biking like 4 or 5 miles a week, getting out when I can. I'm lifting weights. I'm eating a little better, so that's part of it too. But I mean, I feel like I can do things physically that I couldn't do while I was still smoking cigarettes. I feel so much healthier and so much better. So, I'm only 6 months in, but tentatively I can say these things are doing wonders for me, and it's really cool. I feel like it's doing something great for me. So take one last hit, and we'll send you on your way. So thanks for watching, and check in a little bit, and we'll see where I end up next. Bye-bye.